And we're live. What's good? Oh, this is not how I start my streams. What am I doing? Hello all, hello world. What's good? Oh my god. This is day 187 of studying compilers every day until I land a compiler role. Yeah, so last time we started the preprocessor. We messed around with a little bit of Pectool again. This time we're going to continue doing that. Hopefully we can get the parsing for the preprocessor done. I have like 1.5 hours, but I kind of want to end the stream a little bit early just because I have plans to cook a steak for dinner, and there's a lot of like, I guess, prep work that needs to be done for like the other stuff I want to do with that. So as a result, I need a little bit more time just in my schedule. But yeah, we're gonna do the preprocessor. I wonder if he's gonna talk about compilers today. That is a good question. We will see what happens, but there's a pretty good chance that happens, you know. Okay. So let's look at the preprocessor. Yeah, so this is our like big pile right now. We need to figure out what the preprocessor itself looks like. But like most of the stuff seems pretty straightforward. We have this like parse clauses thing. The general idea is like, I guess we're parsing for either directives or just like nothing, I guess. I don't really know how else to describe it. Maybe we should just like check lines, and if it's not a directive or a define, we just like skip the line. Yeah. Actually, this is kind of messy. I guess we could move parser into parser as well, and then we can put preprocessor in here as well. Oh man. Let's see. How do we want to do this? I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller so I can actually like read what I'm writing. Maybe just for testing we should std cout in or parsed identifier. And we can do that. What's wrong here? Oh. Include std.io, or what is it called again? IOStream. Oh wow. Yeah, so we can do that. Also, someone mentioned Control A does something. I don't remember what it does. Let me check the comment actually. Someone did leave a comment telling me I could have done Control A for something. Let's see, notifs. Increment the first number on the line. So if I do like, wait, what? Oh, I know why it doesn't work. Control A is my Wes term. Not my Wes term. My Tmux. Whatchamacallit? My Tmux super. Oh wait. So Control A, okay, that's really cool. I didn't know that was a thing. Okay, that is really cool. So it just increments the number, and I can just like Control A to Tmux super, and then Control A to escape the Tmux super, I guess. Okay. So let's change this to rest of line. Okay. So then, I guess this is a good place to start. So let's steal the stuff from the parser. And this would probably need to go into here. Yeah. So we want like std string preprocess, and then const std string ref input file. And then this I guess it's really awkward that these templates go here, but you know, it is what it is. Let's put this here. Yeah. We can do that. How much of this can we steal? Let's do that. We don't need these. We probably want parsed clauses clear, maybe? We don't have that. What's wrong with this? Oh, we need, oh, what am I doing? We need to use grammar. So let's put this like, I don't know, here. Although I guess if this is one big file, this all probably should go into, grr. Yeah, let's move this all into preprocess proper. Like that. So we can do that. Let's paste that there. We can even move this out, I think, right? No, we need pectoral here, so we can do that. Okay. Let's see, what do we need to change? Directives, and then we can do like, yeah, we can do that. And then we can do like what? Actions. Oh, we need to change this. This is white space. And then what else do we want? I guess we can do a pectoral or SOR. We can do SOR with what's it called? Let's move this up real quick. So like here. I guess it's already SOR'd. What is SOR? Sequential OR, so does it, or I guess optional maybe? We want to wrap with optional. Yeah, pectoral is a mess. Or actually, yeah, I think I want to wrap it with optional because that's what I did in the parser as well. Okay, well we have a must, but I guess star. No, we don't want star, we want optional. Yes, we want optional directive. And then, oh wait, no. So we want to, okay, no. We either want a directive or a line, I guess. And then we want, I guess, white space. Or I guess like, And then we can read until EOLF, maybe? Yeah, that seems reasonable to me. What's good, Skittles? Good to see you. Yeah, this looks correct at a glance. Bro's cooking? Yeah. Well, cooking is a relative term. I wouldn't really say this is really cooking. Let's do struct body. This is pectoral until I guess we could just do the line. But we want a different rule for this, which is why this is distinct from that. So you want a directive and then something. Oh man, this is getting very messy very quickly actually. Let's get rid of that. So a directive or body, I guess. Yeah, so body is just until end of line. So we want that to be distinct from rest of line though. Because rest of line we want to like parse as a token, whereas the body we want to I guess do find and replace with whatchamacallit. I'm blanking. We want to do find and replace with like define macros. Okay, but this seems like a very solid start, so we can do this. What's good, Ahmed? I'll start streaming on YouTube, doing some embed stuff. Do you have any advice? Not really, to be honest. Just like, I guess, I don't know actually. I really don't have any great advice, to be honest. I kind of just watched one of my friends stream and I was like, I don't know. I've never been like great at like talking in front of a camera. So it's kind of funny how like this kind of worked out, but just do it and you will figure out what feels great and what doesn't feel great. And as long as you're consistent, I think it will be valuable. I wouldn't focus on like building an audience necessarily. Like it's obviously nice to have, but like I wouldn't go into it with the express goal of like trying to I wouldn't go into it with the express goal of like trying to make this a full-time thing or like trying to make it big. I would focus more on, I guess, what streaming does for you personally in terms of like keeping you consistent and like making sure you always get time to work on projects. Because one of those is very algorithm dependent and the other is based on the energy you put into it. Yeah, I think that should at least help you like stay motivated, because if you just focus on numbers, it's very easy to like get really tired of it and want to give up. Like I've definitely like been at that point at some point, and like it's just like not great. So yeah. Bro said I don't know what advice to give and then gave some very good advice. I don't know, like I feel like a lot of the way I like look at life is generally just like how do I ground myself better, because growing up I was never particularly great at like grounding myself. Like I was kind of spoiled as a child for various different reasons, and like there was like a lot of residual like life isn't fair thought coming from me whenever something didn't go my way. So a lot of like my work, at least personally, has been just like trying to figure out how to get better at that sort of thing. Okay, anyways, enough yapping about myself. Okay, let's see. So we have the body here. So how do we want to parse this? So define macro, we just yoink the rest of the line. And then yeah, I guess we could also just like what happens if we put like something there? Extra tokens. Okay, so it actually doesn't break anything, I think, which is surprising. What happens if I try to compile it with that? Wait, this is interesting. Okay, let's include foo, or let's include c, or stood IO, or what's it called again? Stood IO.h. Let's do main, return 0. Let's put some slop on there. What's wrong here? Okay, that's fine. Playing test. Or, let's do that. Actually, let's see, how do we want to do this? Clang-s test.c. Let's look at the assembly. Okay, so it actually like kind of worked out, I guess. Okay. Okay. Okay, anyways. Enough of that tangent. So, extra tokens are actually fine. We can kind of just like... I think we can just do rest of line, or we could do pectal until end of line. Is this WSL? Yes. I'm using WSL instead of Linux proper because I play Valorant, and that means I need Windows. I actually played 2 games yesterday, and they both went alright-ish. One of them was terrible, the other was like fine. I lost both of them, but you know, so it goes. WSL since 2023, nice. It is quite nice. What rank? I'm currently Diamond 3. I peaked Ascendant 1. I'm quite washed. What we could do is we could be lazy and do rest of line. And then just like eat that up, I guess. I guess we should just put it in the include directive. Right, it's like that. Have you come across the excessive disk usage problem? I think I have actually. It's been like, I don't know. I haven't like noticed too much, but I guess that is a thing. Like, it's definitely not a thing. It definitely exists. But whether it's been noticeable has been like not really too large on my end, at least. 1k hours in and never past plat 3? Nah, you can do it. I think anyone can hit diamond. Like, unironically, anyone can. Okay, so I think this choose tokens up correctly. So now we can fix this. We have grammar, right? Yeah, so we have grammar. What's wrong here? Oh. We don't have parsed functions. Oh man. Let's do buffer, I guess? I don't know. Or I guess processed or pre-processed program. Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. So this should be enough to build at least. 400 around 30 FPS, that's rough. Yeah, I think anything less than 60 FPS, or like there is a real risk of like a hardware bottleneck at some point. The storage is automatically allocated to WSL, but it keeps increasing but never shrinks. Really? That's crazy. I don't know. I at least like reinstalled WSL like half a year ago, so maybe that has alleviated some of it, but Yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's go to driver. Oh man. Let's do std string preprocessed equals front end. Let's preprocess. We need to give it. Oh wait, what the? There's another file? Wait, what? Wait, what? Front-end preprocessor, where does that live? Anyway. Input file. I'll do that. Let's do that. Preprocessed, comma, output file. Yeah, high FPS does help a lot. Start to learn C++, got any resources you recommend? First of all, welcome. Welcome to the channel. I don't have any like particularly great resources for C++ off the top of my head. For like strictly learning it. I believe learncpp.com was pretty good. I haven't done a lot of it, but I've heard good things about it, and I think it's somewhat comprehensive. Aside from that, I think the Cherno makes some like good supplemental videos. Why study compilers? I think they're really, I guess the selfish answer, or I guess the short answer is I think they're cool. More specifically, I think they combine a lot of like really interesting parts of computer science. So like obviously there's like the programming languages aspect and then like the systems aspect when we're going from like from a programming language down to assembly. But also there's like a lot of like theory because a lot of the algorithms are like really cool and you can like kind of get stuck in a rabbit hole. And also since compilers are just such large code bases, there's a lot of like software engineering or like design patterns slash like clean designing that goes into it, which I also enjoy a lot. Okay, what do I do from here? We can just start with this for now. Appreciate the answer, keep it up, thank you. Okay, let's add a preprocess test. Okay, let's do that. Define. Let's define foo or 0 as 0 or 0. Yeah, we'll just, and then we'll like include. We'll do this for now. Or I don't know. Let's do putter dot or we'll do that for now or something. Okay, so let's rebuild it. I don't think we changed anything. I guess we changed the driver, yeah. So let's, what was the flag for process -e? Let's give it preprocess. That's not supposed to happen. Huh, okay. Parse error. Oh, white space needs to be optional, right? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. That would explain a lot of things. Let's go to, where am I? Front end, preprocessor, preprocess, okay. Let's see. or we want optional white space even earlier. Yeah, this is supposed to be like the time that I'm supposed to stream, but I've been really bad at it, obviously. So I mean, you know, as one does. He's walking the dog? Nice. Okay. Why is it empty? It looks like we didn't match anything. 8 p.m. naps? Nah, I actually got like stuff scheduled properly at night. So, it will be good. What is wrong with this? Oh, wait, I see. So it's not matching any of these. Oh, right, because we need dots and slashes. Whoops. Right, that's why. So what happens if I comment that out? Still empty, really. Okay, well, that's interesting. Well, we'll just start with that for now. Let's start with the define macro. That shouldn't be causing issues. Define white space identifier, white space, and then rest of line. That should be parsing. Pectoral until. Oh, wait, I can do that? Oh, that's really smart. Why don't I do that? Wait. Oh, wait, because we need... okay. Well, that's annoying. There's not a clean way to do that. Huh, okay. What is anything? Oh, okay. I guess maybe I'm generating until incorrectly then. Are you looking for LLVM front end, back end rules? Roughly yes. I'm currently not searching, so it kind of like makes this series a little bit awkward. Once summer begins, I will start looking. But I have like an internship for this upcoming summer, so I think that's a pretty good place to at least like pause my search. Wait, okay, where's until? Until, there we go. Consumes all input until our matches. Okay, this makes sense. You got intern for compiler rule? Yes. Wait, why isn't this matching? That's what's confusing me. Do I need to give it a string? Is that what I need to do? Let's look at the parser again. Or something in the parser at least. Let's look at like expr. We call it res there. Yeah, we should just give it res. Or ref res? Or wait, this goes in the other place. And then, wait, is this the correct type then? Let's go to like, I don't know, here. I guess we want that, like that. Like that, maybe? Is that what we need? I've read CI. I want to get intern for compiler too. The thing is, I'm also like kind of trying to figure it out, so I don't have particularly great advice. The big thing is just like do a lot of work, follow like the big textbooks, like do research work if you're if you're studying at like an institution that has like a good research program, like contribute to open source. I think that's like the big pile at least. Beyond that, I don't really think I can give much advice, unfortunately. Oh, there we go. It works. Okay. Oh yeah, because we don't output anything yet. Sure. Okay, so we parsed 0 and we parsed 0. So let's go back to front end, preprocessor. Have you contributed to LLVM or tried? I got assigned to an issue and then I proceeded to forget to do it. So I have not yet. That is something that I think it would help though, at least. I plan on contributing within this next year. Just for like my research related stuff. Okay, let's look at the test again. Okay, so let's add the include back. That just doesn't work. Interesting. Does that work? Okay. So it only reads the first line. That's interesting. Okay, so we either matches a directive or the body. Yeah, I'm not sure why this is struggling with the rest of this, at least. Let's add more things. Does this... Okay, so that just quits at that. What you building right now? Making compiler from C to x86-64. Right now I'm working on the preprocessor. Okay, so we have define, white space identifier, white space and rest of line. Wait, and then why is it just quitting from here? What? Wait, this doesn't make sense. This doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, this is interesting. Or what we could do... Oh, actually, never mind. We can't. Never mind. Identifier should be fine. Oh, wait. Is it because of... Wait. Okay, that doesn't change anything. What's your go-to language for compilers or other stuff too? I like Rust a lot, personally. I think its features are quite powerful. Right now I'm working with C++ because I want more practice with it, but if I were to do this again and I didn't care about like learning the language, I would probably just pick Rust. Yeah, why is this eating up everything? We had a comment thing that skips until something. Let's go to... What happens when we do that? Okay. So that's fine. I think we had it in core, maybe? Yeah, okay. So we have... Okay, so that disables until end of line. Huh. What if we just do end of line instead of EOLF? Okay, that changes nothing meaningful. So that should be fine. I don't see why that's broken. Maybe this is broken for a similar reason? Huh. This shouldn't be nuking everything, I feel like. Like, this all should be perfectly fine. Let's just add more print statements, I think. So this is a define. This is include with braces. And this should be include with quotes. Let's keep trying. Surely this will work. Okay, so we found the define. We haven't found anything else. Huh. Okay, what else do we want to add then? I guess we should do an action for body at some point. Body. Yeah, okay, that seems reasonable. Huh. So we're just not parsing body for some reason. I don't know what to do with that. Huh. I guess until doesn't eat the end line, right? Yeah, I guess it necessarily doesn't. Oh wait, no, does it? Oh, it does eat the end line. Is there like an up to instead? Okay, so it does consume the end line at least. And this is rough. There's like so many different things to use here. Okay, well, regardless, we should be parsing body at some point. We should definitely be parsing the include at some point. We should definitely be parsing the one at some point. What happens if we do that? Huh? So why is it getting eaten? I feel like that shouldn't... Why is this... Yeah, why is this so difficult? Okay, I'm throwing this in an LLM because I'm kind of struggling here. I don't have all day. Claude. Okay. This is fine, yeah. Oh yeah, I should give it the... Let's give it that. Let's give it this. Oh, wait. What? Wait, am I shutting out? Wait. Is it that obvious? It's a sequence of... Oh. Let's star that instead. So that should work now, right? Surely. It works a little too well, apparently. Okay. Okay, so something appears to have gone wrong here. Let's make a line struct. I think that's a good idea. I guess rest of program or translation unit. So that struct line. So that is it's yoink that, I think. Oh. Like that? Is that correct? Okay, and then we need to put something in here. So what did it say? Sequence of white space or that. That's fine. And until... Oh, I see. Okay, that makes sense. Instead of star. So we do that maybe? There we go. Much better. Wow. This should not be in body. Oh, because it has a dot. I see. Yeah, that's really annoying. Okay. Let's add a new type here. Struct path. And then we can... And then this is just a star, I think, right? Yeah, this doesn't need to be sequential. This doesn't even need to be Pectal Plus. This can just be 1, I think. Just 1 needs to be alphanumeric. Yeah, I'll fix that right now, actually. That's really funny. Okay, so we want... What do we want? There's definitely a type for this. ASCII rules. So, 42. Why is that a thing? Oh, wait, that's a thing? Wait, that's a thing? Okay, that's really funny, actually. I didn't know that existed. Okay, so we should just use identifier for this, right? Surely we should just use identifier for this. That's so stupid. That's actually so stupid. Okay, all good. Let's fix the parser while we're at it. I believe it's an expert. That's really funny. I need to tell my friend this. Or friends this, actually. Wow. Anyway, anger aside, let's add source front end parser. Oh my. Use identifier for identifier. That's actually so stupid. Is there like a path type here? That was so dumb. Wait. Oh. Wait. All good. Okay. Anyways. Also, space exists? Oh. No, man. Okay, let's add space as well now, I guess. To comment. I'm learning more about Pectal every time. This was in like here, I think? Or it's in core. So you space, tab, or end of line. That's a new line. That's so irritating. Okay, anyway. Something is wrong here. Wait. Star SR is scary to me. I guess no, I think there's a reason for this. I trust this. That's so dumb. And by dumb, I mean I'm the dumb one here. Oh my god. That's really funny. Okay, let's update this then as well. Actually, no, we can't do that here, right? Because it needs to be on the same line. So this is space. Is there a straight line version of that? Or just like same line of it? There's null. Not one. Like, what are we doing? Identifier is like so irritating to me. I can't believe it. Blink. Okay. Blink also this is all good. Okay, let's do blink. Like that. I don't need the SR there anymore either. This is just blink. I don't even need white space char anymore. Oh my god. That's so annoying. What the hell? Okay. All good. All good. Anyways. So we need to figure out what we want to do with path. So pectoral SR. We can do what? Valid path characters. See GNU preprocess. What? Universal character, extended character. Okay, we're just gonna. I guess we can do not one. When it's not empty and C is an empty character is not one of. Okay. What if we just do pectoral not one of pectoral one. This is getting unwieldy. Let's just let's make a template type here for that. Actually, no. Let's just make this by hand. Struct until brace. Or are we we could just parse it all the way through to keep this clean and then snip it off, but we'll just do it like this. Wait, is there a brackets or like surround? Okay, I guess not. Or we can do until. Yeah, we can actually just do until here. And that's fine. And then action rules. And then what? Wait. If there's a way we can like ignore the last token of an action rule, we should do that. Inputs? Huh, okay, well. Okay, we're gonna do... Yeah, there's not a great way to do this, huh? Because it'll parse greedily and eat up the quote. Let's go for a NetGamer. I am super incredibly locked in right now. Okay, let's actually move this up like here. This is just gonna be chars until quote. This is so dumb. So we want pectool until pectool, or 1. And then we want a single quote like that. And then this should be brace. Yeah, let's do that. I like that. Oh, but it eats it up anyway. Oh, okay. Whatever. Yeah, this is not enjoyable to encode. I guess that's why the include is struggling. Okay, let's do pectool, or we want identifier, or what's it again? Chars until brace. And then we want chars until quote. Huh. Let's get nourish. What if we just include this in it? Like, let's just include it and we can trim it off. I think that'll be easier. I pasted in the wrong place. Pectel C, C++, or C++ only? It should be both at least. It's header only. I guess it uses templates, so it'd probably be... It would be C++ only, actually, now that I think about it. But you can, like... You might be able to call some of it in C? I'm not completely sure. I don't remember how, like, header only libraries, or templates interact with that specifically. Okay. So we want... What happens if we do that? And then let's give it preprocess again. Let me take a screenshot for a friend real quick. Where did it go? That's it. Actually, I need to do this later. I need to push it first to take a good screenshot. Okay. Identifier, rest line, so that's the define. Okay. So we do parse the include there, which is great. What does a compiler programmer do in their day-to-day work? I believe it's mostly like, partially it is like research oriented. Partially it's like working on whatever bugs in a compiler need to be resolved, or like making new analyses / new code transformations for the most part. I guess it's just like software engineer that works on compilers, I guess. I don't really know how else to describe it. What's good, Max and Driz? Okay. Okay, so this does include the braces, which is annoying. So an in string. Snip front and back characters of a string. Is there a built-in for this? Oh, I have to do it by hand. Oh. Oh, we can substring it. Okay. Can we do substring 1, comma, str... Alright, let's do... let's do clause, or I guess... clause... What type is this again? Stood string. Templates. Got 1, comma, clause size -2. Okay. So then instead of this, we can do parse, or we can do, what if we just do parsed clauses back like a lazy person? Like that. And then we can yoink that again. The reason these are separate is because they have different behavior that we need to worry about later. Okay, we can do this. Okay. I like how you code everything without AI. Organic code without microplastics is crazy, but I appreciate it. What the hell? Oh, I see. This is fine. Okay. What is your text editor called, and why not use VS Code? Yeah, it is in fact NeoVim. I enjoy NeoVim a lot. Yeah, and anything but VS Code. We are not Electron fans out here. I say as I use Discord. Okay, so we can figure out what to do with this at some point. And then, okay, so then we have the include clause. This is not going to be fun to figure out how to handle. We'll worry about that at some point. We'll just do that. I guess we don't need to push back then. Yeah, I guess we don't need to. I guess we can do that. Or we could just push this back and handle it externally. That might be cleaner actually. Let's do it like that. So we're just gonna push this back as well. The whole thing, and it's gonna be gross, but it'll make sense. Okay, so we can, let's make one of these for the include directive. Okay, so now we'll do that for now. Handle brace and quote include plus angle brace include. We don't need to worry about that. Oh my. And then is there just like an end line here that's like not matched? Let's just give it like parsed clauses back. We'll worry about that in a second. I guess path equals that. I guess let's do that. So then we can do std string path equals, or I guess, yeah. We can do path equals that. Can we just do bracket operator here? And then quotes is different behavior. Yeah, we'll just do it like that. I like this as placeholder stuff for the future. We appear to have deleted the wrong thing there, so we'll fix that real quick. And then define, we'll just make a hash map at some point. Why is NeoVim? I've been looking up why it's better. I think speed isn't really a great argument. You definitely could do the same things as in VS Code, but I personally just like the workflow a little bit more. Like you see some people using NeoVim with like their whole file tree on the side and like all of their like different panels. You see people that don't do that. I've always used VS Code with the panels, and it just like felt a little bit clunky to me. And also like I just really like the terminal-based workflow with like Tmux as well. Something that you don't get on VS Code, you can edit your file tree like a buffer with like a text editor. So like if I wanted to make a file here, foo.txt, I can just make that there. And if I say wanted to move it to parser, I could delete this and paste it back here, and it moves the file. So that's one of the plugins that NeoVim and also Vim, even Emacs, I think has by default. This sort of like utility I just find very fluid. Yeah, and aside from that, I just like configuring my editor to do what I want it to. So it's like the type of person that probably enjoys Arch more than Fedora would probably enjoy like NeoVim over VS Code, I guess. Vim motions are way more powerful. Yes, but also Vim emulation plugins in general are also pretty sufficient. So I don't really think that's as much of an argument. Okay, so this is value, or I guess replacement. So this should be parsed clauses back. Let's pop back. And then here we want to replace as well. Oh, wait, this is wrong. Let's do that. Productivity-wise, use NeoVim because you can build from scratch. Oh, there's absolutely no productivity reason to use it. If you wanted to use like Vim motions, you can definitely you can get most of the productivity benefits just with any sort of like Vim motion plugin. Like I think Vim motions VS Code. There's a plugin for this. Yeah, it's this one, I think. Yeah, if you wanted to like get most of the quote-unquote productivity benefit, I think either using this in VS Code or like just like getting used to like the VS Code hotkeys. Like VS Code has that thing where you can like I think it was like Control Alt up or like Control Alt down to like duplicate a line up or down. You can like kind of do it in Vim, but like the way you do it in VS Code is nice. Also like Control D to like do multiple cursors as well is really, really nice in VS Code. So that's a personal preference. The main reason, I guess, so productivity wise, I don't think there's any real benefit. I just think it's really fun to mess around with like Vim stuff. So yeah, it's like Legos for programmers, I guess, in a sense. Do you have a favorite compiler? I don't have any like concrete criteria for like a favorite. I'm the most familiar with like Clang and the Rust compiler though. So I guess by default it would have to be one of those. I would probably err towards the Rust compiler. Okay, let's see. Body is fine, we can leave that as is. And then just for my sanity, handle define macro, or I guess define. To build a NeoVim workflow, what would you say would be the essential plugins? Actually, lazy? Okay. I haven't updated a lot of this in a while, so this is like my whole pile. I think the tmux stuff is pretty necessary, because I think tmux is like half of the reason that like this workflow is kind of tenable. Telescope is nice. It's a fuzzy finder, so some sort of fuzzy finder is probably fine. I think oil is essential. Tree sitter is probably good to have. LSP is definitely something you need. DAP is something you want if you're doing like a debugger setup inside. I think mini AI is nice. If you know Vim motions, there's the I target and the A target. So it's not like AI, but it's like using the A motion and the I motion. Those are very important. LSP once again is important. Harpoon I found useful. I need to use it more. But a lot of this is just like niceties. I think the big thing is like LSP and oil are the big two things. I don't think I could live without those. Also surround, because there's no like bracket surround by default. So like YSW braces, surround's the word. Have to update every once in a while? Yeah. I have auto updates off because, well, there were too many stability issues, and I was just like, I was too annoyed at one point, so I just like froze it. And then it turns out there's this whole like NeoVim tree sitter fiasco that happened somewhat recently, but that's a story for another day. Okay, let's do this. Let's replace this. Or we want to replace, and then we want arrow replacement. We can do that maybe for now. And then let's see what happens. If this all looks good, I think that's a good place to call today's stream. Okay, 0 becomes 0. Oh, we need to trim the new line, I think. That's something I forgot about. Yeah, we need to trim the new line off of rest align. Oh, we can do that? C++. Is there a trim white space? Oh, that's really gross. I don't like that. Let's just get rid of the last character. Oh, okay, we might have to add an actual buffer. So this is line, or I guess remainder, or I guess rest equals in string rest dot erase. Rest size -1. Oh, okay, that works. Yeah, okay. What's good, Relay? What you're working on right now? I'm making a compiler from C to x86. Right now I'm working on the preprocessor. Okay, hopefully this is more sane. Okay. Okay, yeah, this still has the residual thing. Or the residual new line in the thing. So let's Let's get rid of this. There we go, much prettier. And then we need to figure out find and replace. C++ find instance of string, or find substring. Is there a fast way to do this, or is this just gonna be slow? I guess we have to use find then, which is fine. How long have you been working on this? Pretty much the duration of the series. Right now we have like, it compiles all the way down to x86, but it's a very narrow subset of C. So it's like some basic operations, just like integer types. We recently added pointers. We have functions, we have recursion, but we don't have a lot else beyond that. The full subset is on the GitHub, I think. Yeah, this pile. Tips for learning C++. Don't give up, and make sure you take your time, because a lot of the stuff just keeps building on itself. Also, you will find out quickly that the language is like low-key 9 different languages in a trench coat, and there's like so many different ways to do anything. There's my AC remote. So yeah, don't get discouraged. Just like slowly build it up, and you will get there over time. Also make projects. Projects are important. If you don't make projects, you won't properly learn the content. How do you even find a place to start on this? I've taken a compiler's class before, so I had some background knowledge about like how I should structure everything. That definitely helped a lot, but yeah, the way I went about this was I guess went from reading in C code down to outputting assembly, just end to end. And the idea is now I can, like, since I have something, or like a very small subset that's supported, I can slowly build out that subset by extending the compiler. Yeah, it is not the best way to go about it. If someone else is working on something, I would suggest they go back to front instead of front to back, but yeah. Are you in school? Yes, I am finishing up my master's right now. Okay, I don't really know what else I want to do here. I think we could... Here we need to do substitution. Replace... define macro body. What'd you get your undergrad in? Or I guess both are computer science. Yeah. Okay, let's get rid of that. Okay. So let's make a mapping here. Unordered unordered map from string mapping, or I guess like define replacement. Well, we need to include unordered map. Does this need to be externed? Oh, wait. I don't even need this here. This needs to go here instead. Let's make this, I guess, define map. There we go. Finishing master this spring? Not quite. I have an extra quarter, which was kind of intentional because then I could, like, the idea was then I could have an extra internship summer, and that's kind of carrying. So, I mean, we take those. So yeah, I have this current quarter, and then the summer, and then fall, and then I'm done. Okay, this actually shouldn't be that bad to do, I think. So here, let's just do define map at, or actually, wait, can I double define? Is that legal? Let's add this to Harpoon, because I'm going to be going back and forth a lot. There we go. So what Harpoon does is it allows me to like quick switch with, I guess, with my keyboard instead of having to like search through things. So I can quick switch back to this buffer, which is like the code, and then I can switch to this, which is my test, for instance. Can I double define? I guess I can, huh? Interesting. We can do that. Or wait. Redefinition is fine, right? It just overwrites. Handwritten parsing? No. I'm using a parser generator because I'm lazy. Okay, we'll just let this work. So we can just do bracket operator to overwrite. So bracket operator at to replace equals replacement. Okay. We can even get rid of this, to be honest. You can start getting rid of this print slop. We can do that. We'll do to do there. Most of this is fine. We'll do the rest of that later. The big thing is we need to do the replacement, the find replace. So let's do what the hell? Okay. Let's go back to here. Can we just like find replace? Is there like a canonical way to do this? Regex. Wait. Stood string replace. Okay. Okay, we could do this. How many internships have you gone throughout school? I guess it's fair. I'm currently at Northwestern for my master's, and I've been here for my undergrad. I've been doing like the BSMS program, so yeah, that's why the timeline is so accelerated, at least. I've only gotten one internship previously. It was at a bank. It was not very compiler related. It was a good time. I definitely enjoyed it. I think it definitely taught me a lot about like how software works, even if it wasn't necessarily like big tech. Yeah, regex is scary. Let's just do the loop. So yeah, let's figure out what we're doing here. Line. So this is in string. Okay. So then. Okay. Okay, what do we do here? So I really don't like this loop. I feel like it's really ugly. Kurt, we'll just do this. Hopefully this is on screen. Let me shift this upwards so my camera doesn't cover anything accidentally. Oh wait, we can do this nest thing. Oh, we have to find everything, actually. That's really annoying. Oh, that's so annoying. We'll just do it the really slow way. So we can do target, or I guess find, replace, or I guess target, replace in, what's it called? Define map. So we can do that. So we want to find target. So we want yeah, there's got to be a better way to do this. I don't like the way that we're doing this, at least. Maybe we can read it word for word? Oh, but we need to skip strings. Oh, okay. This is a little bit of a headache. So we'll worry about this next time. But yeah. Let's make sure it builds still. And like everything is fine. Okay. Let's commit. What did we change in parser core again? Oh, right. Pectoral space. Build out preprocessor actions, more, and then yeah, this should fail right now because our preprocessor isn't properly hooked up to the compiler. Preprocess on -e only. Okay, so in terms of the rest of the changes we need to make, next time what we want to do is replace define macro, or I guess not even next time, just like the close preprocessor goals. Yeah, let's get rid of that. We want to resolve, include macro. Here we want to plumb preprocessor with parser in driver. Okay, I think that's about it though. And then we can like work on the rest of this. And all of this is with the goal of like being able to add arrays at some point in the future. But yeah. How many internships did you apply for throughout your search? Oh man. I think I hit about 100, definitely more than 100 my first, or I guess like last year. The year before that, I think I also neared around 100. I know people that have hit like 200 plus though, so there is a lot of just like casting a wide net, for better or for worse. That's kind of just the direction the industry is going in. But yeah, I will have to go now. There is some like, I gotta like prep my steak before I go to the gym, and then I gotta go to the gym. So yeah, thank you all so much for showing up. If you haven't already, make sure you like the stream and sub to the channel. While you're down there, check out the description. My Discord is there. It's the best place to get pinged when I go live and stay connected with everyone else in the community. And everyone is just really chill. Yeah. And I guess the rest of the stuff is also down there. GitHub, LinkedIn. Feel free to add me or don't. And my Gib sponsors is down there as well. Feel free to give me money or don't. Yeah. I'm gonna go enjoy my evening now. Take care, y'all. Take it easy. And I will see you all tomorrow.